Welcome to Bully, or as I like to call it, a second chance at high school. We play as Jimmy Hopkins, who's been left at Bulworth Academy, which is some sort of boarding school. Our mom left us to go on a honeymoon, which really shows it's not always the fathers that abandon their families. But yes, our father did abandon us. However, I'm trying to show more equality so I can cater to more of the feminazi and also female demographic. In order to further cater to the female demographic, I've also decided to bring in a Wammons to co-host the shit show alongside me. I'm not monetized yet, but you can rest assured that if I do get monetized, she will get her fair pay of 70 cents for every dollar that I make. I'd like to introduce you to Disembodied Feminine Voice.
Here's a good display of humor. So a horse walks into a bar and the bartender says, "What can I get you?" Because the bartender doesn't judge physical entities based upon their appearance.
As you can see, she's very politically correct. I call her Disembodied Feminine Voice because I haven't thought of a name for her. Comment below what you think her name should be and I'll pick the one that I like the most.
Call me Siri and I will bust a cap in your ass. Try me punk ass bitches. I will hit you so hard yo mama gon' feel it so deep she'll have PTSD flashbacks to the day yo ugly ass was born. Motherfucker looks like if Kobe had to free throw a baby into the abortion clinic bin. First off, fuck your bitch and the clique you claim Westside when we ride come equipped with game you claim to be a
chill,
player,
relax,
fuck
chill.
your wife, boy shut your chicken wing looking head ass up before I slap yo ass back in time to when your ancestors worked them sugarcane fields.
Bruh,
This why yo wife cheated on you with a dog.
Bruh, relax.
Woof woof stupid motherfucker. Them kids wasn't even yours.
Okay, you know what, maybe, don't just, you know what, I don't even care anymore, let's just move on. So we enter the school and almost immediately get attacked, but high school is like jail, so I need to assert dominance. To do so, I start beating the asses of all three of the guys who jumped me, but a prefect interrupts and puts me into a headlock. These seem like the type of prefects to start fights and get drunk and high at school, so this game does really bring back memories of my high school. I was never a prefect though because I have a very apparent problem with abuse of power. I guess I was always more suited to be a politician. We meet the principal who lectures us, then we get told by the vice principal to change into our uniform, but when we get to the boys' dorm room to get changed, we get jumped yet again. This is almost exactly like prison, so I guess I'm sleeping on my back tonight. I beat and humiliate one of the bullies before his best friend, I forgot his name so we'll just call him Big Mac, proceeds to bitch slap me and a teacher intervenes and prevents me from giving this man a subdermal hematoma. Meet our two new friends, Pete and Gary. Pete's kind of a pussy, but he's a lovable character. He's like Case 37 if Case 37 was a lovable character. Gary is kind of an asshole who's off his meds, kind of like me except I don't have any meds to not take, aside from vitamin D, but out of fear of sexual innuendos being made to tease me, I won't elaborate. Gary and I go on an adventure spree whereby we break into lockers and beat this kid up for chocolates, which we give to this big bone beauty who gives us a kiss in exchange. I mean, I didn't consent to a kiss and Venmo is my preferred method of payment, but it's okay. I can't complain because I had my first kiss that I didn't pay for with money. Gary also shows us the different social groups. We have the nerds who have a COD KD of 4, anime waifu pillows that stand up on their own, don't ask me how, a Mountain Dew addiction, and their virginity. The preps, who are the living embodiment of my dad's a lawyer and think 6 figures in their daddy's bank account is a personality trait. They are also inbred and I really want to mention that. The greasers, who binge James Dean movies and joke off to grease, motorcycles and a lack of gender equality, and the jocks, who are the type of guys to think that a girl's into them because she took a sip of the drink that they roofied. On the topic of roofies, be safe. Remember, don't leave your drinks unattended, don't be drinking no drinks from any creeps, jocks or anybody that isn't a bartender or a nun. If your drink's got an unexplained or sudden bitter taste, don't have it. If the color of your drink has changed or if it's cloudy or fizzy, fucking throw that shit like LeBron doing a 3-pointer infant shot into an abortion clinic bin. It may be hard to notice the looks of your drinks change, trust me, I understand, even though the only person spiking my drinks is me, but to combat this, drink vodka neat, don't be a pussy. 69% of you are only drinking to get drunk and a further 16% of you are drinking to get alcohol poisoning. I'm off the latter, so don't act like you care about how it tastes. Trust me, you won't taste shit 4 shots in Stephanie, so just have vodka neat, you'll likely see if anybody fucks with it. Back to the video. Lunchtime's over and we head to class because everybody knows that the really cool kids always go to class because there's nothing more important than knowledge. Plus this is chemistry, so if my lifelong dream of becoming a male stripper doesn't work out, then at least I could become the next Walter White or Pablo Tescobar. The principal comes to whine at us yet again and a bully takes this as us kissing up to him. So when he leaves, the bully shoots us using his slingshot. Rule 1 of prison is don't drop the soap, and this kid definitely dropped the soap because I'm Okay, never mind, I don't know where I was going with that line, but the point is we're not showing any mercy, and so we chase him down so we can beat him, because beating kids is legal now since we are one. We fight our way through his friends and we finally get to him, but he's on top of some sort of scaffolding. He also kicked off the ladder, and so we need to throw stuff at him to knock him down. Conveniently, I have this trash can lid. I yeet that shit like motherfucking Captain America before I question why I'm being a pacifist pussy, and so I pick up this brick.
Get it in.
I then proceed to nail a perfect headshot, therefore throwing him off balance. Blunt force trauma has never looked this cinematic. We just hit him in the head with a brick and he fell off a scaffolding, meaning his injuries could become life-threatening if left untreated, and so we call for help. JK lols, we just take a slingshot and leave his dying corpse on the ground. Let's hope he learned his lesson, he'll probably be alright. We almost killed a man today, and this traumatic memory will stay with us unless we try to take our minds off of it. There's no better way to rest, relax, and take your mind away from the fact that you nearly committed second-degree murder, quite like taking an English class. However, this English class only made it worse, as I discovered I might be dyslexic. At first, I thought this was bad, but then I realized that in today's climate, having a disorder gives you social acceptance for doing shitty things and being a shitty person. So when the internet does inevitably try to cancel me, I can just cry, say I have a disorder, and that I'm trying to be better. Given my newfound invincibility, I go and shoot some football players with my slingshot, vandalize school property, and harass an old homeless guy who lives inside the school, technically making him not so homeless. But just like a love story, even though it's not a love story because I'm underage, we quickly grow fond of each other, but not in a weird romantic way. We just become bros and he teaches me some bum fu, the martial arts of the homeless. It's a good change of pace to see a homeless guy offering something other than $5 hand jobs, but it's also kind of sad as that's one of the reasons I'm here. Since we're in a boarding school and hiding in the bushes outside the girls' dorm room is frowned upon, we're going to do the next best thing and sneak in so we can see what kind of perfume they use to get that sweet vanilla smell. As we're sneaking inside, we round a corner right into the view of a girl I didn't see. She then proceeds to give us the vasectomy we never asked for and runs. I mean, sure, I'm here sneaking around creepily, but is that any reason to physically assault me? This is truly heartbreaking. Did you not take into account the feelings of the kids that I now can't have? You practically killed a child. It was but a speck in my balls, but don't you know that even unborn babies and ball sacks are living creatures too? I mean, he or she was never going to grow up with a father, but now they aren't even going to grow up at all. Given that I was just inappropriately touched, I mean, I didn't consent to being kicked in the balls, but this was the worst pain I've ever felt. Probably even worse than childbirth or listening to Drake's new album. So I run after her because she's about to get her fair share of equality. I catch up to her so she can catch these hands. These hands are bisexual, they swing both ways. A teacher and a nurse then see me and rush to beat my ass. My whole life flashes before my eyes and all I see are Doritos, Mountain Dew, and Latika Jar, don't Google her name, and GTA hookers. Also, I refuse to die until I wipe my search history and unsubscribe from Belle Delphine's OnlyFans. So I hit a young 100-meter dash to the door and everybody runs after me. The joys of a PS2 era Rockstar game is that when you enter or leave a house, nobody gives a fuck. Well, nobody except for this one prefect who's really dedicated to his job. He beats my ass and he takes us to biology. We cut a frock open and we take pictures for horny boy hours. Nothing new. We go back to the girls' dorm room though, as I actually have a mission there. See, this cheerleader is stealing notes from the surprisingly good looking nerd. Yeah, I said it, fight me, but fight me in the comments so I can get engagement on this video. Anyways, the nerd tells us that if we get her notes back, she'll give us a kiss. Hopefully her cold sore scabbed over so we don't get them, but regardless, it wouldn't be the worst thing I've caught. We're going to break into that girl's locker and take back the notes as well as leave a stink bomb for epic pranks. She comes to the locker and I hide in a stall to get a clear view of the stink bomb, which almost kills her by the looks of it. She gets really sick and I actually feel kinda sorry for her, but I'm sure she'll be fine. We take the notes back to Beatrice, or as I like to call her, my future wifey. I don't know why I like her so much, but all 17 of those polygons are gonna make me act up. She's also somewhat older than me, but that's okay, I'm used to it. She could be like my sugar mama, but one who hopefully isn't broke. She gives us a kiss in return though and no cash, so I guess she is broke, which again is okay, I'm used to it. She walks off repeating chemistry notes out aloud, so I'm just like, hey baby girl, are you a noble gas with a wedding ring, because you are gonna be my wife one day. I then proceed to cum my pants and run away like a true Sigma male. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole video. I mean, we also did go to music class. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give Siri over here a name in the comment section.